Hope he's big enough to keep that dude off him because Canelo hits so hard, man.
That's one dude that like
that 3 years ago. I think he's that good. He's just so skillful. He's so slick.
Have you ever wondered what it looks like when one of the most technical boxers on the planet trains like he's preparing for war? Enter Canelo Alvarez. And when someone like me, Joe Rogan, gets a look at the footage, you better believe we're breaking it all down. This isn't some influencer hitting a bag for TikTok likes. This is a high-level assassin sharpening his blades for a possible super fight with Terrence Bud Crawford. And trust me, Canelo is not messing around. The video opens with Canelo pacing around the heavy bag, but this isn't your average warm-up. He's like a jungle cat on a caffeine overdose, coiled, ready, eyes locked. It's footwork meets hunting instincts. His movements aren't just smooth, they're surgical. Rogan-style breakdown. He's moving like he knows where the punch is going to land before you even throw it. Even the ropes look nervous. Then we jump into pad work and right away, you feel the tempo shift. He's unloading combinations like a factory press machine, and each shot sounds like thunder. His shoulders stay rock solid, barely moving. His form clean, efficient, brutal. Mean, this isn't just pad work. This is Canelo treating the pads like they insulted his mother. The snap, the timing, the accuracy, it's all there. I joked once that this kind of pad work should come with a warning. May cause existential crisis in sparring partners. Next, comes the sparring. Now look, sparring is where you get real answers about a fighter. And Canelo, he's sparring guys built like tanks. But he's not just surviving, he's styling on them. Cutting off the ring with that trademark pressure. Slipping inside and landing to the body like he's carving ribs for dinner. Rogan, breakdown. It's like watching a shark play chess. The opponent thinks he's got space, and suddenly boom, he's in a corner with no way out. Let's talk about the defense. This dude's head movement is smoother than silk in an oil spill. Shoulder rolls, tiny slips, subtle pivots. He does is slick and efficient. He's not moving for show. He's moving because he knows exactly what's coming. I joked during the footage, if Canelo ran a driving school, we'd all dodge potholes like pros. That kind of control isn't just talent, it's reps. Thousands of them. Then we get the speed bag. Most fighters hit the speed bag to look cool. Canelo hits it like he's in a trance. It's hypnotic. The rhythm, the speed, it's ridiculous. I laughed and said it looked like he was casting voodoo spells, but there's nothing magical about it. It's pure muscle memory, forged over years. That's why his timing in the ring is so freakishly sharp. That now we move into strength and condition. Here's where it gets scary. Rope climbs, weighted sprints, core-killing circuits. This is the part of training that breaks men. But Canelo powers through, like he's built for suffering. I said, if you tried this at home, your furniture would file a restraining order. But that's the point. 12-round fights aren't won with just talent. They're won in hellish circuits like these. The conversation shifts to weight and people always wonder, how does Canelo carry weight? Well, he walks around at around 190, yet he moves like a welterweight. I joked he might be running on a nuclear battery or some Marvel tech. The man defies weight logic. And the craziest part, he's still fluid. Still quick. No signs of slowing down. We shift gears and see Canelo jumping into an ice bath, then into a hyperbaric chamber. And while it might look like sci-fi recovery, this stuff works. Ice constricts blood vessels, reducing inflammation. The chamber floods his body with oxygen, speeding up recovery. I laughed and called it a vampire ritual, but let's be real, it's smart. Recovery is the cheat code at the elite level. Then, we cut to Canelo's kitchen. A spread of lean proteins, complex carbs, bright vegetables. It's not a feast, it's fuel. He's eating like a marathon runner who punches faces for a living. I joked about his pasta love, but that fuel is what keeps his engine roaring for 12 rounds. And the reaction drills. Man, we see him working with that crazy headband ball, tracking and deflecting it like a Jedi. I said, don't stare too long, you'll lose your lunch, but it's no joke. That's timing. That's eye-hand coordination. That's what turns a near miss into a clean counter. Now comes the shadow boxing. It's not flashy. It's focused. He's visualizing Crawford, seeing the southpaw angles, the switch stance feints. It's mental rehearsal, and I can't stress this enough. If you're not training your brain, you're leaving weapons at home. He's preparing not just to fight, but to adapt, to adjust mid-round. That's championship-level preparation. Moves into resistance, drills bands pulling his limbs back as he punches forward. It's like fighting gravity itself, but every rep is building explosive power, training the body to fire like a cannon, even under pressure. I joked it looked like the trailer for Elastic Fury. But this is no movie, it's all business. Later, we see the medicine ball slams. Full rotation, total torque. Every time that ball smashes the wall, it's building the same twist he uses to crack ribs with left hooks. I joked the wall should sue him for abuse. But again, it's core power, it's physics, it's violence by design. And then, jump rope. Simple, right? Not when Canelo does it. He's so in rhythm, the rope hums like a I said, if boxing doesn't work out, He's got a Cirque du Soleil career waiting, but that rhythm, that bounce, it translates to footwork in the ring. It's grace wrapped in destruction. Now he's dragging a sled, punching into it, sprinting, while tethered, all of it building drive. That explosive first step, that lunging left hook, that finished a fight kind of gear. Joe Rogan analysis. It's like swimming through molasses and still winning. In a dark corner, he runs through more mimic sparring training partners, trying to move like Crawford. Southpaw angles, long range, feints Canelo's team.
Crawford would have done that 3 years ago. I think he's that good. He's just so skillful. He's so slick. And when he gets, and he's also the best guy in the sport.
Yeah, it was like just so sharp and made it look almost entertaining. You know what I mean?
Roy Jones in his prime. It was art.
Feints Canelo's team, basically running a dress rehearsal for war. It looks like theater, but it's all real. Every reaction filed away. Ready for fight night. Then comes the mental stuff. Meditation, visualization, quiet, focused, breathing. Under a single light, you think it's just yoga vibes, but this is what makes a fighter dangerous. When he's calm, when the brain is sharp, when every second of chaos in the ring has already been lived through in his head. And finally, cool down jogs around the gym. Not flashy, just steady, controlled. It's the closing of the loop. From intensity to recovery. The complete cycle of preparation. This isn't just working out. This is ritual. Every step, building the man who's going to walk through fire. So, here's the bottom line. This footage isn't hype. It's a declaration, a warning. Canelo Alvarez is not relying on reputation, he's outworking the game. Every second of this grind is a blueprint for greatness. And the question isn't, is Crawford skilled enough? We know he is. The question is, can even someone as gifted as Crawford stand in front of this level of preparation and survive? Because if Canelo brings this level of fire into the ring, you're going to need more than a game plan. You're going to need a fire extinguisher. If you enjoyed this breakdown and you think this version of Canelo is even more dangerous than ever, drop your take in the comments. Hit that like button. Subscribe and ring the bell, because when Canelo and Crawford finally collide, you're not going to want to miss a second of the storm.